Yes guys, just a quick demo from your boy doing the mapping out on this part of the cap. So I'm just gliding on and off the skin. I'm showing quite a lot of my needle with this method so that I can hover the needles over the top of the skin. If you watch closely as well, you can literally see the needle contacts in the skin, and then I'm gliding so gently on the skin that you can see the needles markings happening on the skin. Okay, so I'll be building this up over a few layers. If you watch carefully there, contact the skin and then gliding forward. I'm using quite a solid ink here. I'm in like a 50% saturated wash, dipping between that and a fully saturated ink. So I'm going to move across, making the first mapping layer as I'm gliding. This little section, or this little lip at the bottom of the hat, I'm going to just put 2 layers in and then shade in between. You can see where I've done it there. So I'm just going to run a shade in to show like a dark section like this side. Then as it moves across, it's going to lighten up to show like a lighter shine on the hat. These little bits here are mapped in with a 5, but rather than lining, I was like gliding on and off the skin, like stroking in the ink to create these little circle shapes. So when that heals, it'll heal quite smooth and not be a really solid, harsh line. Is that sweet? There where I'm getting this little line shape in, I am wiggling side to side, but there's almost a little forward and back motion as well, and that just glides the ink in, lets the ink sail into the skin dead easily. If you've seen this, Jacob, where the camera's been put, I'm having to like go right to the side here. Yeah. So from the top bit, guys, to get this top part of the hat feathered down, rather than gliding forwards, I'm actually going to come back on myself. So I'm going to land on the line and then slight pause for a second, then set off when I'm in a good position. So if you just watch this, land on the line and then set off. I'm moving so light across that skin, I can literally just see the needles. They're almost scraping. They are entering the skin because they're so sharp, but there's no real pressure. I'm not like ramming them onto the skin or anything. I think this is a big benefit of showing more of your needle as well. Some artists that have the needle really shallow and ram that whole tray against the skin, I feel like they've got a lot less control. I can literally dictate how much pressure or what I put on the skin. I can see the needles with a dead precise accuracy where they're going into the skin. I'd say for becoming more advanced and getting more accurate with building up these detailed shapes, that's when I will recommend pulling your needle out so you can see a little bit more and see exactly where those needles are contacting the skin. So see now as I connect this bit up, again like I said, I'm going to go side to side up there, but this slight forward and back motion, watch this. Then from the side I can start to glide that forward. I'm going to do a second pass over this section now. I am going to stay in my 50% though for now. You can see as well how easy the ink's going into the skin. Where it meets this curve here, rather than lining that, what I'll do is I'll just let the shading guide that line or that edge round, and it'll almost fade off like that. Same at this side, couple of strokes from there. And then shading that section in. So once I've built out that gap there, I'd say that'd be dark enough for these bits. Can bring the shading across. I'm stepping up to a 21 now, curved mag. So first section, I'm gonna put some shading tones in here. See how I'm starting from that corner each time? Handrailing that section, moving up and across. Then there's some forward strokes, and then eventually handrailing that bit there. Same with this side, start with that corner. This time, coming to this corner, forward strokes, and then as it curves round, I'm just going to contour that with a needle. This time I am being firmer with my pressure, I'm being more direct, going in at a 45-degree angle. Couple of layers over this, and then I can start building out the hair in the middle section of that. You'll have to have a proper look later at the finished product to this as well. So there's a few shading tips, guys, working this section on the cap. Give it a go.